What's up, Hacksplainers? We're back with a super exciting challenge, and this one is the NoSql manipulation challenge. 4-star challenge, we have to update multiple product reviews at the same time. And in order to do that, well, we gotta first find how we can update a product. So let's go up here. I will go to Open Juice Shop. I will click at a product, and here are reviews. Alright, so I can read the review, but I cannot really do anything with it. So my assumption is that I will probably need an account for that. I go to login, I go to do that. This is not valid. Let's just create a new account. I will give this any random password, repeat the password down below here. I'm using any sort of security question and it doesn't really matter. Register account, done. Alright, let's log in using that freshly created account, and here we go. Logged in as asdf@asdf.com. Alright, let's use banana juice, because banana juice is my favorite juice, you guys know that. Alright, reviews. Fry liked it too, awesome, write a review, finally. So we can write a review, that's awesome. And I'm going to put down Hacksplained, why not? Let's put down Hacksplained. I'm gonna click on submit, and yeah, here it is. Alright, so let's quickly check what this looks like if we have a look at Burb. I have configured Burb already, and if I look at that, I do see that my put request over here did create the review, and there's a message saying Hacksplained, and the author was asdf@asdf.com. Alright, so we know how to post and how to get or / read a review right now. This is how it's done. But how do we do that for all the products over here? And that's the big question right now. And in order to make our lives a little easier, we can use a code review. And this is actually what I want to do for today's challenge. So I'm going to use the search, and I do have VS Code open in here. So if you're not used to VS Code, download it. It's an IDE that works for a ton of programming languages, and it's awesome. Make sure to start using it. Alright, so I'm going to search, and this is the Juice Shop project folder I'm having open. And I'm going to search for /rest products. Now the question is, why I'm exactly searching for that? Well, let me tell you why. If we look over here, the path that we see over here for the get and the put request is /rest /products, and there's more to it, but I always want to keep my search string pretty tiny. So I'm searching for that, and I already do get a lot of results over here. So let's click the first one. And what we do see over here is, if we scroll to the left, that this is a get to search. There's another one to, oh, look at that, NoSql API endpoints. This is exactly what the challenge wants from us. So we should inject into a NoSql query. And if we look at this, there's a get, a put, a patch, and a post. And usually you would use a get to show or read something, and you can see that over here. Get is show product reviews, put is used for create product reviews, patch is used to, let me scroll over here, update, and post is used to like. Alright, as we were told to update all of the product reviews, I would assume update sounds quite right. So let's have a look at the HTTP method once again. This is patch, so remember that for now. And I'm quickly having a look at the update product review, and if we look over here, we need to set an ID and a message in our request body, and we should use the patch method. Alright, let's go back to Burb, and let's use that put request that we have over here. Control R this to repeater, and this is it. Alright, so we just learned that we have to change put with patch. So this is our first step over here. And we also learned that we need a message and that we need an ID. So let's do something over here. Message is already part of the body. We need an ID. And Hacksplained is already a good message. But the question now is, how can we exploit that vulnerability? And for that, I quickly want to guide you to this page over here. This is by NoSql, which is actually a pretty nice blog and resource for learning about vulnerabilities. So I highly recommend you guys checking this out. And the page that I'm having open right now, I'm going to link that for you in the comment section below or in the description section, is about NoSql injection. And yada yada yada, there's a lot to read over here. I will leave that to you. But generally speaking, NoSql or non-SQL or not only SQL is a term that is used to describe vulnerabilities that are targeting databases that do not use the SQL query language. And there is a lot of info over here, blah, 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 blah. Let's go over that. And let's stop right over here where it talks about a simple MongoDB injection in PHP. So why do I know that we're facing MongoDB? Go try and find it out by yourself. Make use of the source and see if you can find out what database is used by yourself. But trust me in that, it's MongoDB. Alright, so let's quickly focus on this paragraph over here. It says that for a basic authentication bypass, the attacker can try to enter MongoDB operators in field values, for example, EQ for equals, NE for not equal to, or GT for greater than. So let's keep that in mind for now. I'm going back to my burp suite right over here, repeater, and I look at this and I actually just see that I'm still using the wrong path. So we just want to, let's actually quickly check again what the right path is. If I go back over here, the right path is REST products reviews. So this is the first thing we have to adapt in burp. REST products, and we say reviews. All right, and the next thing I want to do is have a look at the two parameters again that we have to manipulate. It's the message and the ID parameter. And the idea is to use equals, non-equal, or greater than. But which one are we using or going to play around with? So let's quickly check our banana juice again. We do see that there is an email address, there is some text, and if we have a look at our proxy, we see that every single review has some more attributes, and one of them is ID, but the IDs, they're all different, right? So what happens if we say, wait a minute, not equal to the ID? And you can basically just say, well, let's use an ID, and let's say not equal to 0, 1, doesn't really matter, as long as it is different to the ID that we have in here. So let's try this out. I hope this makes more sense to you once you see it. Going back to the repeater, and I'm having a look at my message over here, and I'm going to change the ID to something that looks like this. Alright, here we go. Let's inject into the ID parameter. We need a new string, and we're saying, well, this is dollar not equal to, and we're going to say -1 for now. So the idea right now is to say for all IDs that are not equal to -1, which should be all of them, because quickly remember that IDs look like that, right? They look far different from -1. So for all of those, change the message to Hacksplained. Let's try it out. And we see that we do get an error. But guess what? I was obviously silly and I forgot a little character down below here. So let's make sure that the JSON body is correctly structured. So this should look fine right now. Let's try it out again. And we do get a result, response 200 OK, and don't really see the message in the response, but let's try to have a look right in TwoShot. Let's get rid of that. We already see that we've solved the challenge, NoSql manipulation. That's awesome, but now we want to get proof. Using my banana juice again, because I really like that one, I'm going to check the reviews, and they say Hacksplained, Hacksplained, and guess what? If I use another one, they also say Hacksplained, and they will do that very same thing for all the others. Alright, this was it. I hope you learned something new today. Make sure to check out all my other videos. Make sure to subscribe in the top right corner. And yeah, with that, thank you as always for watching.